Okay, so we're in Yorktown, in Vere Plain, and this is a Sunday, so you'll notice there's not a lot of activity on the roads. But one of the things this neighborhood is, you know, one of the rural areas. It is in the plain of Vere, where sugar was king some years ago. And the areas, you know, the area is looking quite promising. And I understand that they're planning to establish the sugar estate again, the sugar factory. Yes. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Beverly Mattis. I am your queen of culture. So as we go through in Vere, come along with me. Join me on my journey. Cook's what? Cook's Gate.
Cook's Gate.
And we're now on the way to... All right. Okay, so you could have gone on Cook's. Continue on Cook's Gate.
Cook's Gate is the intersection.
To get to Milk River. That would be one of the routes that you could take to the Milk River Bar. And right here, you'll see a lot of plants. This area used to be covered in sugar cane, and my understanding is that the area is going to be very well developed again to start up back the sugar as a major industry in this area again. And so it is becoming an exciting time now, where as you look, you'll notice the roads are very, very bad. But with the plans for development, I know that these roads are going to be fixed. And once the roads get fixed in this area, industry will come back to Vere, because a lot of people live here in this area. But one of the things that they tend to complain about is the very, very difficult commute, because the roads are so bad. On the other side, we have the Alley Bridge, a major bridge, but it has been in so much disrepair for a while. But we see promise and we see hope, and even as the roads are, you know, a discouragement right now, we understand that there is improvement on the way, and so folks are getting ready to have a full development in the area once more. So guys, I am sure that when you come back to this area in a few short years, you're going to find that the industry is happening, and the roads are repaired and smooth, and yes. So we continue to enjoy the beauty and the serenity of this green area in the plain of Vere. So again, this is gravel ground. Yes, you'll see gravel ground Baptist Church there, and you can see that individuals are really getting ready to start building again and developing the area. So you'll notice fencing has been put there, and I suspect a lot. Okay, so this might have been blown down during the hurricane. I know that there were some meaning during Hurricane Beryl, but the last hurricane which passed, even though it had not really devastated this area, the shaking of the wind and the pounding of the the rain seemed to have weakened some of the posts. Yeah, so I don't. You're able to see the fencing along the perimeter of this property, where you can see that they are going to start planting the sugarcane again. So
Money can't go money there.
it is now fenced up, and that means that we are, yeah, because cattle was a problem. You know, a lot of people were rearing animals in the areas which were not attended, and so that may have been a problem for the sugarcane as they started growing sugarcane again. So a big fencing took place, as you can see here, and I suspect they'll be doing more along the perimeter of the others. Now in the distance, I'm not sure if you're able to see the factory. Distance, sugar factory. Sugar factory in the distance. That is in. It's behind the tree. This is the New Yarmouth Sugar Factory. There was a time when the main thing they were doing there was refining sugar, and then there was another time when it was mainly production of rum and molasses, I think, as well. So with the changes which are proposed, I suspect they are going to start doing sugar again. We'll find out soon. For those of you who know, you could probably put that information down there in the comment section. All right. So, what do you know about the development here? You'd have seen where they painted it up of the factory gate, and see the nice sign there, New Yarmouth, and the road was paved. Okay, so it is, wow, that looks good. That is looking very good. So there is that hope that as things get better, then the industry will bring more development, the spin-off industries back to the area of Vere, because this used to be a vibrant town. Race course, Lionel Town, Mitchell Town, all of these areas in the Vere Plains were vibrant when sugar was king. Yes. So now that there's revival of this industry, hopefully it will bring the spin-off industries and more promise for employment for the young people, so they don't have to all think about going away to other areas. Now look at this. This is, slow down for me, Lloyd, so I can take a picture here. This is Gimme-Me-Bit. Are you able to see that? And that is one of the interesting names. That's the road over there going towards Gimme-Me-Bit, right? And so how do they shorten Gimme-Me-Bit, the name Gimme-Me-Bit? Do they shorten it some way, Lloyd?
Gimme-Me-Bit.
Gimme-Bit. And sometimes people say they're going down to Bit.
Kemps Hill.
Okay, so this is one of the high points in the plain of Vere, and that is Kemps Hill. Okay, can you see Kemps Hill in the distance? All right, so that is one of the high points in Vere. We just dropped into a little big pothole just now. I said little, it's not a little pothole, it's a big one. All right, but yeah. So it's Kemps Hill, and you know, basically this area, other than for Kemps Hill, this is a very flat area in Jamaica. Yeah, I'm trying to see if we can get a better view of Kemps Hill. I think they probably have some caves here in the hillside. Can you see that? You see the so most
Yeah.
of the hill is gone round.
If you want to climb it, the road is on the other side.
Okay, so there's actually a road
There was
going.
a big house up there, the manager pay. Who is the farm? Yarmouth farm.
Okay, and you'll see the
big house up there.
yeah, the satellite receivers up there. Okay, so we are now in this district is called Kemps Hill, right? So this district is basically at the foot of the Kemps Hill, and a lot of the people here would have been descendants of individuals who
This is the Indian here.
predominantly were workers on the sugar factories years and years ago. And in this particular area, many of the individuals who live here are Indians, Indian descendants, Indian heritage. Because for those of you who know the history of the sugar industry in Jamaica, you'd have realized that it started out on the backs of African slave labor, and then when emancipation took place, they did not have enough laborers, because I guess it's the blacks in slaves were no longer ex-slaves were no longer interested in working in these areas, so they brought in indentured servants, and so many of them came in from India, and we also had Chinese laborers who were brought in as well. So that then would have been a part of Jamaica's heritage, where we speak about out of many one people, because our country, the country of Jamaica, is made up of many different ethnicities and races. Okay, so you have the African, the European, the Indians, the Chinese, and then later on we had individuals from Syria, Lebanon, and you name it, and Ireland as well. So we have, I mentioned Ireland, I guess you'd say that is a part of Europe, but just to highlight that. So we had the British, we had the Spanish, we had the Irish, all of these different nations, people making up the heritage here in Jamaica. So this became a real melting pot over time, right? So we are now.
Yeah, so you gotta drive to go manager.
Okay, so this is where they would have gone on the road through to the hilltop of Kemps Hill, where the manager used to live years and years ago. The farm manager for the sugar industry. Was that for the Yarmouth Factory? Okay, and of course there was another factory in this area as well called Moneymusk. Okay, and so on. So those are the two sugar estate, the two major sugar factories that were in this area. So, and of course the bauxite industry later on became a very big part of what was happening here in terms of industries in Vere Plain. So we had the Alcoa, which then later on became known as Jamalco as it became naturalized. All right, so guys, a little bit of history here. If I'm getting anything wrong, or if you think that there's some important things which I've left out, then you may want to drop that into the comment section and tell me Are you from the Vere Plain? Oh, by the way, there are two dominant or prominent high schools in this area. One of them was Vere Technical High School. That was a dominant athletic hub in years gone back. An institution which produced a lot of champion runners and jumpers and discus throwers and so on, right here from the plain of Vere. And then later on, when we had what they call the new secondary schools, there was one which was built right here called Kemps Hill Secondary. Now this, as all of them have now taken on, they call them high schools, and so this would be Kemps Hill High School, I suppose. Yes, so these are two of the prominent institutions of higher learning here in the plain of Vere. And of course we have Racecourse All Age School, which I am told was really an outstanding all-age school back in the day. And for those who are from this area, they do not speak about education without talking about teacher, what was the name of your principal? Teacher Gutsmore. And everybody who came up through this area race course would talk about Teacher Gutsmore. All right, so this was where the post office, race course post office, and right beside it, the Claire McQuinney Memorial Library. Okay, so this I guess was donated by Claire McQuinney. All right, and this right here, is this where you call Crossroad, Lloyd? So Crossroad and Longwood Road, one of the side roads, and so on. So this was a main street through Racecourse where different streets come off from it. Many of the people who originally lived here, their offsprings migrated seeking greener pastures, you know, as the sugar industry kind of failed. Then what I noticed is that a lot of them are coming back. Hey,
what's up? Greetings, Uncle Heidi. Blessing. Hello.
All right.
What's
So yes. So
that place.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll look for the old lady.
okay. So as we're passing through, you'll see people have been coming back home and revitalizing their homes. And again, so the area is becoming brighter. More life is coming back into the area. Look at this park. Isn't this lovely? And the side streets looking good. One of the things though, this is the other thing we know, that as soon as the roads get fixed, that is going to bring back even more life to the area. So that is one of the things that, you know, when I speak with people from here, they are awaiting the repairs of the road, and they know that as soon as the road gets fixed, there is going to be so much improvement, so much productivity in this area. So there is a promise for improvement, for significant improvement in this neighborhood, so that as you drive along, the chances of accidents from people zigzagging around the big craters in the road, that is going to make such a big difference in the area. So we're seeing the church there, Church of God. We see people there doing their building of furniture. We see life taking place, a flag flying in the Sunday afternoon breeze. And so basically life is coming back to this neighborhood, life is coming back. There is such promise. They're just waiting for the roads to get fixed, and there's so much hope for this area to take on a new life again. Look at the Seventh-day Adventist church here in this area. It's really, really nice. It shows how improved individuals are, how much hope they have for the development of their community. Yes, so this is, guys, this is race course, and I'm going to sign off now, and we'll catch up on another video. All right, so right across here, the sign has fallen. This is an infant school, and it is, look at that. This is so beautiful. I don't remember the name.
Just a race course infant.
So it's an infant school, race course infant school, and early learning. And look at that, ABC 1, 2, 3. All right, and there's a little swing and monkey bars and so on. So this is looking very good. And yes, so guys, this is another church, the Jamaica Evangelistic Association Racecourse Branch. Yeah, there is, life is coming back. Life is coming back to the neighborhood. And here is this honey and thing, pastries, natural juices, smoothies.